Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Ross with Stammer, and I'm going to show you today how AI chatbots work. Now, there's a lot of information out there, and there's a lot of confusion about how AI chatbots actually work. So I wanted to create this graph to help illustrate a simple example of how AI chatbots are built, and then how the end user is interacting with it. And as the admins, how can we control that conversation and continuously update the AI chatbot based on these conversations, so that way the AI is always continuously getting better over time. So we're going to start over here by the base system prompt. And this 3-step system is going to basically mimic what happens when you create a new chatbot. So for example, when you first create a new chatbot, it's going to ask you the name, display name, initial message, and base system prompt. Now, this base system prompt is one of the most important parts. This is the how of how chatbots interact with the end user. This is a little bit different than the what, which is the custom knowledge base. And this is actually the information that the AI chatbot is actually trained on itself. So the difference here is we're telling the AI bot how to act in the base system prompt. So what this means is we can essentially tell it to act in a certain way. So for example, if you don't know what the answer is, say, I'm not sure. We want to tell it to be able to answer any math questions to the best of its ability. We're not trying to have it say that it's an AI language model. And then if someone is interested in talking with someone, we can actually give a link that people can use to go to then take action. Now, this base system prompt can be customized in a lot of different ways to provide different end results. So in this example, we're setting it up as a bot to just help answer questions from different customers, but we can also set it up to be a lead generation bot. So for example, in this real estate example, we can set it up to ask certain questions in certain order and then provide a quote based off of the information provided in the chat. So for example, we can ask how many number of bathrooms, how square footage, condition of the property, and all of this information can be taken into account to then create a calculation which can then be given to the user, asking if they want to then discuss that quote with an agent. So the idea here is, instead of being able to just answer questions from customers, we can actually provide dynamic information. So this is all essentially how we create the how. So this is not where we post in like all of the information about what it is that we're talking about. And that's actually what this knowledge base is. So once we add in the base system prompt, and the base system prompt is probably the place that you're going to modify and edit outside of updating the Q&A from the Conversations tab, which I'll show you in a sec. But essentially, this is going to be the place where you're going to continuously update to modify and train the bot over time. So that way it will always get better. After you have this base system prompt set, we're going to click next. And then this is going to give us the different options to upload different data sources. So you can see that we have the different options for website, text, documents, or even an FAQ. And so essentially what this allows you to do is, either if you have like a blog post, let's say, you can just paste it in here. Or if you have different files, you can upload PDFs, text, doc files, stuff like that. So if you have existing documentation, you can upload it. Or you can scrape different websites and then train the chatbot based off of the information that's on that specific page. And you can actually see the information that was scraped, and it's just simply the text that's on this page. And all of this information can then be given to the chatbot, so that way it automatically knows all the information that's on these pages. Now, when you start testing it, you can update the bot based off of the answers and responses that it gives. So for example, if I go in here and I start asking it different questions and I don't necessarily like the answer that it gives, I can click this train better response, add in and edit what I want the response to be, and then save it. And then this is going to get added into the QA section of the data sources, so that way the bot is always getting better over time based off of the actions that users are taking and the responses that the AI bot is giving. And so what happens is, especially when you have an existing customer support VA or somebody that is sitting on a live chat, their job essentially shifts. Instead of having one conversation with one person at one time, they can now have, and they can essentially monitor hundreds of conversations by just watching what responses are given by the AI bot, and then train better responses when it gives an answer that is not up to their standards. And then over time, the AI bot is going to get much better. And so essentially what this allows you to do is, once you go into the section, you can see the different conversations of what people are saying. And then this gives you a live view of all the different conversations that people are having with the bot. And then you can essentially train it to be better on those different responses. So all of this information is essentially a way that you can understand how to initially set up this first chatbot, so that way you can get it started, so that way you can start having conversations with different users. And then over time, these conversations will provide you opportunities to train these better responses from the AI chatbot, which get added to the knowledge base, which in turn trains the chatbot for the next conversation. So I hope that made sense. If you guys have any questions about how AI chatbots work, or if you have any questions about how to set anything up within your dashboard, please leave a comment down below and I'll be happy to help you out. Thank you very much, and I'll talk to you guys in the next one. See ya.